Love and light, fellow aliens, fellow humans. This is part two of the who the Antichrist is. Now, Yaqub, aka Moses, Murdoch, he has many names, did went to the Anunnaki, which was known as the Pharaohs, back when after they captured him, right? Because after he destroyed Egypt, he tried to leave Earth. So what the Anunnakis did, they take him out the sky, took his ship out the skies, bring him back to Earth with his followers, the Igigi aliens, right? And they held him captive here in Egypt, right? Now, they wouldn't let him go because, after all, he tried to destroy them. Now, the council convened and they decided, what to do with him, right? This is why they did not release him. They held him captive in Egypt because the council was ongoing on what decisions to make about him. They didn't decide on killing him because, after all, he is an Anunnaki and he is heir to the Anunnaki throne, right? So his grandfather, along with his father and uncle, decide that they should make him live, but the only thing is he could not leave Earth. Okay? That was the deal. He had to do time here on Earth for the wrong that he did, right? So during that time of his incarceration, he went to the Anunnakis several times. This is why you see in your Bible that Moses went to Pharaoh, right? It's strange that Murdoch has the Pharaoh as the bad person and he's the good person when it's the other way around, right? Because he went to the Anunnaki Council to release him and his followers, and they deny him, right? He asked them to release him, and the Igigi aliens, along with the hybrid Anunnaki followers that he had. But there was a lot of lies told within that story, right? What happened is they let him go. He did not part the Red Sea, right? What happened was they had that nigga walk, right? As a punishment, he and his followers, they had to walk. They didn't even give him back his spaceship, nothing. They took away all access from him. So he ended up walking out of Egypt. Y'all know the story. He walked how long, and you know what I'm saying? Yes, he did walk, right? As a punishment because he tried to destroy the council, right? So the story that you heard about Moses, in actuality, it's an half-truth, right? Murdoch make himself look like the good guy when it's the other way around. You understand? Also, these name changes, you all gotta understand. You understand because he changed up a lot of things, right? Because Murdoch was himself Moses, and he was Yaqub at the same time. You understand? Yaqub took his people out of Egypt, Moses took his people out of Egypt, right? But another thing is, they claim it was the Caucasus Mountain. It was not the Caucasus Mountain. He went to Ethiopia, right? where he began to ply his trade again, right? Now, Israel is not the promised land. Ethiopia is. Okay? They lie to you again, right? When they want to steal something, they come up with all kinds of junk. Ethiopia was the promised land because that's where he started his outside lab, and that was where he settled with his people, right? And from there he began to have his people multiply. They were multiplying among each other, right? But when he started to the Igigi started to multiply with the hybrid Anunnakis that was there, it did not work out for him. See, that was important for him, right? Because he could not trust humans, right? He wanted a set of people that he could trust that would be loyal to him, right? When they began to multiply, he was getting empath, right? Instead of narcissist, right? A narcissist is a demon, right? Their avatar is propelled by demonic forces then, right? So he couldn't get that out of the hybrid Anunnaki. So in turn, he had to turn to interfering with the DNAs of the hybrid Anunnakis, right? He needed to get rid of the melanin that was a block between getting the Igigi DNA infused with the hybrid Anunnaki, so he could bring his force from another planet. Understand how this works. Each Igigi carries their bloodline with them. And when they mate, they injected their bloodline into the female, and the female would in turn make an avatar for their bloodline. You understand? Their ancestors that come from another planet come through them. This is why they do not mix. The Jews, they don't mix. You understand? They inbreed or interbreed within family. They don't go outside their race. Okay? Because each time they bring, they give birth, they're bringing forth one of their ancestors here, which is demonic. Okay? So, now the question is, who is the Antichrist? Right? I'm putting the question to you, right? First they said it was Enki, because Enki went and did the good that he did. Now he getting blamed that he's Satan. Or his son, who created, right? First, he destroyed Egypt so he could take over rulership. And currently, he's the one ruling this earth. He did not die over all these thousands of years. He's still alive. What happened is, Anunnaki is different from humans and Igigi. They don't want me to talk. Fuck them. Right? They are different in the sense that they have an avatar that ages, but the avatar could be replenished using energy. Another thing is they could use a human avatar while their Anunnaki avatar is being replenished. So this is what afforded him to live so long on the face of this earth. And he is currently alive and in charge right now. The Igigi, their avatar is a bit different, right? They also come through their bloodline, right? So,